Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas here at the wild card next to Freddie Roach, who is copying me wearing glasses. But Freddie, this is set to be Manny Pacquiao's last camp, being reported that this will be his last fight. Given the year layoff, how's that been transitioning him back now into fight shape?
It took a little bit longer than normal. He even complained about it. He said, "Gee, that long layoff it's really hard coming back from that long 11 months off." And we had a little difficulties in sparring and so forth, and I wasn't seeing what I wanted to see. And the mitts were great, of course, because we're always in sync with me and him on mitts, but the sparring wasn't going as well as I wanted it to. And then finally yesterday, it came true. I said, "Oh, now I'm happy, and I saw what I wanted to see." And at this point, we have 2 more spars. They'll just be very light, but he's peaked right now. And the thing is, right now, I'm just going to keep him right where he is, and I'm not going to overdo it or underdo it. So he's going to spar maybe 4 rounds tomorrow, and then 4 rounds on Saturday, and then we're off to Vegas on Monday.
What was it that you finally saw from him?
That speed and power together, and a little bit, little maybe bad intentions with the punches. So he's finally throwing those hard combinations. It really came together well yesterday. So I took a while for him to peak, but he's there now.
Is there any part of you or any part of Manny that wants to have such a dominating performance? Because of the last fight we saw him in was the Mayweather fight, and everybody complained what a terrible performance Manny had.
Well, I don't think we're really going to think about the Mayweather fight so much going into this fight. We're more or less thinking about the first 2 fights with this guy, and just make some better adjustments of how to fight this guy. And we've made a few changes here and there, and I'm watching his tapes with Teddy. But the thing is, they only have 1 fight together, so it's really hard to kind of read what he's trying to change. There's a couple of things you can pick out, but I do hope Teddy makes him more aggressive and more and will fight us more, because then I can look for Manny maybe to throw those hard punches and maybe knock him out.
Because of the Mayweather fight, do you feel that there's now a solid blueprint on how to keep Manny at bay that they might go ahead and follow?
No, there's no way he can fight like Mayweather. He's not. Mayweather is special. Mayweather's a talented guy. His jab is unbelievable. I think that's what really dictated the fight with Manny. I think that's how he won the fight. Even though Manny and Bob think that Manny won the fight, but I never watched the replay because I was upset that I didn't like the way the fight he fought. So I thought Manny could have done a lot better. But again, with maybe the injury or whatever, the shoulder, because warming up in the dressing room, the shoulder was fine. He was blasting combinations, everything was really good. So, but then after the 4th round, he told me that he says he can't use it anymore, and it just kind of went downhill from that point on, in my opinion. But he did lose the fight. Mayweather won the fight with his jab, and he has a lot of range with that jab. He has a great jab, and he's quick. There's nobody else in the division like him.
Without the injuries that Tim Bradley sustained in the first 2 fights, would the outcome be any different, or would it be a more competitive fight? Or do you feel, even without the injuries, Manny is just as dominant from those first 2 fights?
Well, hopefully it's he'll be maybe a little more aggressive from Teddy, or but Teddy could maybe turn him into a counterpuncher also. I'm kind of interested to see what they come up with. But the thing is, I think whatever happens in the fight, though, once Manny hits him, he's going to revert back to what he does best. And that'll be the old Tim Bradley. And I like Tim Bradley, don't get me wrong. He's a nice kid, and I think he's a good fighter, and I wish him the best of luck.
It's that saying, you can have a plan, but then you get hit in the face, and then that goes all out the window. Freddie, in terms of maybe this fight being Manny's last fight. Has there been any talk between you and him that he mentions, you know what, I'm planning on retiring, but a Mayweather fight will bring me back, or a Marquez fight will bring me back?
The only fight we've talked about after this fight is going to the Olympics. Yeah. And he wants to know about training him going to the Olympics.
So he's serious about that?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you take that?
He won a gold medal. I mean, he would love to win a gold medal for his country. I think it's wrong. I don't agree with it.
Yeah, he has like 60-plus fights.
But I don't agree with it in any sport, though. I don't think they should be playing hockey, and I don't think pros should be playing basketball. Our college guys can compete with them. I mean, I think they're taking gold medals and dreams away from younger people. I don't like it. But if Manny wants me to train him for that fight, I will. Because Manny's been great to me from day one. I mean, he's been a great guy. Like we have a bigger gym now, we have downstairs now, and all that is because of Manny Pacquiao.
That night, how does he beat Tim Bradley? Do you expect just another performance like the first two, or is there something that's going to be significantly different, you feel, in this performance compared to the other ones?
I think both guys are going to try a lot harder. Both guys are going to be more motivated. Manny's going to be motivated because his last fight can go out with a bang, and Bradley always he has a new trainer, and he needs to look good for his trainer. I mean, because they're putting a lot out there about how great a trainer Teddy is, and I say he's a great announcer, but I mean, I haven't seen him have a fight. He hasn't had a fighter in over 10 years. I don't.
So you don't think he's a great trainer?
I don't know. I mean, I looked him up to see if he had any fights. I can't find him in BoxRec anywhere. You don't have to have fights to be a great trainer, though. But hey, he's a motivator. But the thing is, the motivator, I think he's trying to motivate the audience more than anyone, because he does. I mean, in between rounds, he's real quiet and so forth. And then when the red light goes on, and he knows that he's on TV. All of a sudden, his voice changes, and he gets like in his acting mode. I think he'd be a good actor.
Oh, Freddie, I know there's a ton of people waiting for you. It's always great chatting with you. Thank you so much. Pay-per-view goes down April 9th at the MGM Grand. Manny Pacquiao, his last fight. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Going up against Timothy Bradley in the rubber match.